Hey, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the upper right of ley lines. We do have Percival, and in the bottom left we do have UpATree. UpATree. Both players going for the same opening here so far, double gas from both contrahantants. UpATree, of course, a long-standing community figure. And Percival, someone who made it into Gold S. That was a while ago though. He took a little bit of a break from StarCraft 2, played a lot of other RTS games, but you know, he's apparently back playing some more SC. Let's see if UpATree could take a map or possibly the series here. And Percival eclipsing the man in skill, at least by accomplishment, quite a far, and by his current ladder rank, or MMR. So factory opening here for both players, of course, going into the double gas. We do see the Reapers starting up, and I'm curious to see how many Reapers we're gonna go into, how many Hellions are gonna follow, if there's gonna be someone going for a quick Cyclone, or maybe a tank, a medevac, a quick starport follow-up. We already see in the command center on the production hub here for both players, so there we go. Nice interception here by Percival. Gonna find that Reaper from UpATree. I'm gonna push it back. He's trying to chase, but he can't get the tag on it, so he can't snowball that anti-healing, and yeah, let's pull back for now. He's gonna try and peek in a little bit. This is a risky move, but he doesn't really, I think he doesn't really know the level of his opponent. I don't think he has ever played UpATree, so yeah. You need to be careful though, you don't really want to underestimate someone like UpATree, who is a GM player, and I mean, if you make too many mistakes, then he will capitalize on that, and there can be sharp timings in TVT specifically that can just kill you, so you need to be careful here, Percival. This is not a freebie. He's trying to come in, gets a nice snipe on the SCV though, UpATree being very careful himself. So far we see it's only a double Reaper and one Hellion here for both players. Now, coming down the ramp, but 3 Reapers here. The extras coming in for Percival at the perfect time, and UpATree losing a unit there. Needs to stand on top of his ground. He has a couple of Marines now, he's not pulling SCVs with this. He's trying to keep the command center, but this is a great delay, and he could possibly just kill this army here. If he micros this correctly, he can cancel the command center, and I think UpATree has to possibly give that up. He's waiting for that Cyclone, but the Cyclone just, it's still not there. Now finally it pops. He's trying to come in and trade against this. He has 4 Marines. I think he can save this. This is a very clutch save. Well done here by UpATree, not giving that one up. But in the end, it's a insanely powerful delay. Look at this. This is already set up and running. Those were started at the same time. This is up and running, has 2 mules here, has 5 SCVs there, has a full gas already operational. Finally, we can get on repairing this because it's freaking burning, you know? That's how bad the situation is already here. But UpATree says, alright, I couldn't get this done, so we just throw down a third. Extremely fast here. I think he's skipping some units for this. We can already see this reflected in the army supply. There we go. Percival actually going ahead and dropping his own third rather fast. Now 1 Reaper is remaining here, but he will unfortunately run into the army from Percival, which is still roaming across the map. So no scouting intel here for UpATree. He has no idea actually of the state of the game. The only thing he sees is the group of units that Percival is sending across to him. He has a Raven at home. He dropped an auto turret because he was a little bit scared that he could lose some Marines there. He'd rather sacrifice some energy for that. I agree with the assessment, but it also means he can't really utilize that Raven for harassment, for example, or for the point defense, sorry, interference matrix. Throwback to Wings of Liberty there. Point defense drone. Great skill, in my opinion, actually. It was way too powerful, but people just didn't use it. Now we do see the extra barracks coming on here. And Percival still needs to, I guess he's going to stim, but he still needs to add his extra production. He doesn't have a engineering bay running yet. And he's commencing a push. A few tanks, Vikings. Let's actually have a look at the unit count. This is a big push. The army supply is almost double. UpATree's gonna see this now with the marine. He has no bunker. He's gonna unsiege the tank. But that's... I mean, now if you siege it... Oh god, even the lock-on already dealing some damage to the tank. If you siege it, you could have thrown down the interference matrix. Where are the ravens? Oh, there they are. So he only has 2 ravens to 3. That's an advantage here for UpATree, but there's no Viking. So yeah, interference matrix, now drop it, and then you can just go. He could even utilize an auto turret. And we already see the auto turrets being planted down. UpATree's trying to get auto turrets down, but he loses most of the ravens before he can get them down. GG has to be called. Here, Percival is just gonna run over the man like a truck. Oh my god. I'm sorry, but that just happened. So showing off that high MMR here. Alright guys, let's hop into the next one. Let's see if this is gonna be a slaughter or if UpATree can show something nice here. Top left, Percival. Bottom right, UpATree. Those are quite fast here, but he doesn't want to get scouted. The big issue though is if you... Oh, he actually has a gas. That's interesting. This might be Marauders. Like Marauder Marine. One Marauder thing, barracks, and the rest Marines. I think he sends back the SCVs to mine. There you go. This is a weird setup though. If it's 3 Rex Reaper, you need that double gas. He's actually gonna go ahead and take the second gas, it seems. Yeah, okay, so this is gonna be Reapers, but then I don't like this position. I think this is where you lift this into the main base and set up Marauders. Concussive Marauders. Is he gonna make more, or is he actually gonna pull the SCVs? So he's trying to overwhelm in the early game, yeah. With a 3 Rex Reaper. But this is a non-optimized version, as you can see. It's lacking the money to actually make the next Reaper here right now. It doesn't have the gas, he needs a couple more in gas. It's a couple more in gas. He's gonna send back the SCVs now. Oh my. Percival was almost scouting this. It's a little bit of a unfortunate thing that just happened there. The big issue though is for UpATree here, there's gonna be 2 Reapers to 2. And he's jumping into the main now. Oh, going for a tech lab actually. That could be a good thing here for UpATree. And he does get the first Reaper. So far Snowball could be happening here. And Percival now sees the third Reaper. He's like, wait. We need to pull a lot of SCVs going up the ramp. He's gonna lose 2 Reapers here for free. Oh my god, no. UpATree. A blunder there. Going up with all the Reapers. No vision, not pulling back in time. Now he's gonna lose all the Reapers and it's gonna be GG.